Welcome into our next leg in our race around the world here at the Pitstop Pals, part of the Reality Realm Network. My name is Kevin Oliver.
And my name is iPad number 8.
No, that's not true.
Sorry, that's his name. My name is Bruce Heller.
And Bruce,
He's gonna
since this
sit here and change the name so I don't keep referencing it, isn't he?
since this is your brainchild idea, tell everybody what's going on.
We are podcasting about the amazing race.
It's not what I was referring to.
I beat you to it. But we are rewatching season number 1. 1. I held up the wrong number of fingers for the audio audience. That's why I said 1 twice.
So proud of you.
We got off to a fun start here with the first episode.
Yeah, season 1, episode 1, the race begins. Who said the race begins?
Probably Mr. Phil.
You're right. Good job. Did you have any quotes from this episode, Bruce?
I have a few.
Me too. Go ahead.
At least, yeah. I have 3, and 2 of them are Kevin and Drew.
They're so funny.
I love them so much. They're just like, if I think of like stereotypical Northeasterners, like New Yorkers, that's what
Yeah.
comes to my mind. And
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
oh, I love them so much. I forgot how much I like them. They're one of my favorite teams, maybe, that I've seen.
All
But
right, so quotes.
I have Margarita saying to their cab driver, Leon, you might be our ticket out of the ghetto.
I got that as well. Yeah, not to be confused with
Margareta. We have both
Margareta.
of those. That was
That's
one of my
so confusing. I hate that.
notes. And
Okay,
then
go ahead.
I have, this is one line from each Kevin Andrew. I don't know which one said which. I have that zombie, looking at a map, that Zambia, that's where we are. And the other one says, that's Namibia. And then pauses and goes, jackass. Just because, I guess. And then I have, you have to approach people in an affable, friendly way. You can't do it like you're in New York. And he's aggressively yelling that.
Yeah,
So that feels like a mixed message.
for real.
The delivery on that made me laugh. The quote itself is actually good advice, but
Right.
but
All right, was that it?
yeah.
All right, so I gotta hit 6 numbers to get a live human being, which was Drew. I had the ghetto quote from Margarita. Um, I'm not good at holding things up. That was either Kim or Leslie. Um, how do you not know you live here? From Amy. Sorry, I'm a big puss from Paul.
Can't believe that made the air.
In 2001, I can.
Well, yeah, that's true. It wouldn't now though.
Yeah. Emily's mom did it. I don't care if the Pope did it. Amy and Paul. Um, these flies are like lobsters, was Drew.
Yeah.
Um, swing, you fat bastard, swing, is what Kevin yelled at Drew.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Amy in reference to Paul once, or no, it was Annie in reference to Matt. Once a moron, always a moron.
That's so funny.
And that was all my quotes. So we dive into this episode. And I just want to mention Mr. Phil looks like a child.
I mean, he was compared to now. This was 25 years ago.
I know. It's just crazy. Okay,
That's
so
a
we get
whole me minus 1 year
that's crazy.
because I'm 26.
Whoa. Never would have guessed. I'm so proud of you. You just said you were 16.
No, I just held up the 6. I did the 2 and then the 6. I
Oh,
forgot to do the
no.
2.
You said you were 15. My bad. Anyway, we get introduced to the teams here. So we have Frank and Margarita
Yeah, and they're
that
trying
are
to fix their
married.
relationship or see if there's anything left, which Kevin
Yep,
notoriously on
they're
the show thinks is a great reason to do the race.
no, I do not. They have a
Yes.
baby girl at home, 16 months old, and they are separated. They have been for 10 months. We have Paul and Amy recently engaged and just moved in together.
Yeah.
We have Kim and Leslie. They are both single. They're friends and they are teachers. Lenny and Karen dating and looking at marriage, which from the next time on, maybe not anymore. Um,
Hmm.
Dave and Margareta. They are grandparents that have been married for 40 years.
How do we have a Margarita and a Margareta? Those are
I
both uncommon names, and they both made it onto this season.
I hate it.
It's so,
Both good characters. I hate that their names are so close together.
it's so crazy.
Matt and Annie, they are married Army veterans. We have Joe and Bill, the life partners of 14 years, because this is 2001, and there's no such thing as gay marriage at this point.
Yeah.
So we just call them life partners, and they're known as Team Guido because that's their dog's name.
Yeah.
Um,
And they wear identical clothes the whole episode.
and they wore identical clothes, and that bothered Frank.
Everything bothers Frank.
That's true. We'll get
Frank is
there.
bothersome.
Patricia and Brenda, later known as Pat and Brenda, they are working moms. Not like moms together. They're just friends. This is 2001. We can only have so much wokeness
Yeah.
in 2001. Anyway, Rob and Brennan, they are best friends and attorneys at law. We have Nancy and Emily, conservative mother and adventurous daughter.
Great.
And we have Drew and Kevin. They were at one time frat brothers. Now they're just best friends for 17 years.
And if you didn't have the preview and just heard them talking, you might think they hate each other. But because they just
Yes,
spent the
that's
whole episode yelling at each other, calling each other names lovingly.
yeah, but we do the same thing. So
I know. I just love them so much. They're so funny.
they are. Okay, and Phil explains how this race is going to work because this is the first time they've ever done this, right? So he says 8 elimination points. That tells me there's no NEL yet. That's not a thing yet. Um, but we still have the same way that the race starts
Yes.
and the way that our show signs off. Because
So
Phil said, "The world is waiting for you." He's this time he said, "I wish you the best of luck. Travel safe. Go." Um, and so he did that, and they start. They run up the stairs. They grab the clue. Johannesburg, South Africa is where we're going on one of 3 flights.
we also get a nice little travel packet to start each leg.
Yeah, which is
I mean,
like a fanny pack without straps.
yeah, it's our clue and our money for the leg, just in a fanny pack for some reason.
Yeah,
But
I
it
mean,
looked fancy.
yeah, I mean, it kind to me it kind of looked bulky comparative to what we do now.
If it had straps and you could wear it, that would be helpful. But you're right, the fanny pack without straps is a terrible design. Like, what am I supposed
Yes,
to do with this? Just carry it in my hand?
carry it.
I'm gonna.
We'll probably put it in your bag.
I forgot I had a bag. Yeah, but
Okay.
that stuck out to me
Um,
because we don't have those anymore.
and I don't know if you noticed this. I got really bothered by about minute 10 to minute 20.
How come?
And there was so much dead air.
Oh, I have a note here. I think this is where this note was. Very 2000s background music playing.
But there was times where there was no background music and there was
Oh,
nothing happening, and they're like standing there on the phone waiting to get a human, or
yeah,
they're standing there trying to call a taxi and they're not even yelling. They got their hand up in the air, and we just get nothing.
yeah.
And it bugged the hell out of me,
That was
man.
weird. During like calling the airport or like when we're in the like subway tunnel looking thing or whatever, when it wasn't dead air, they had background music playing that I don't think it could have been more 2001 if it wanted to be.
and,
So that kind
and
of made
and
me smile.
and it was just so chaotic. And I like chaos, but this was like not the kind of chaos that like feeds my
Yeah.
soul. It was just like
Yeah.
it was unorganized chaos and in the worst way. Um, Not to say I didn't like the episode, but I'm so glad that we've gone from where we were to where we are now.
Now that you've said that, they're gonna hire me to be part of production, and I'm gonna bring back just dead air, no sound cut scenes just for you.
Listen, no production company would ever hire you.
Oh, I'm aware, but it'd be a blast for me,
For you, not for anybody that has to watch whatever you produce.
or for them having to fix my mistakes. But I'll have fun.
All right, so we get to the airport. Frank is pissed that Guido got there first, and Frank is pissed that Guido have the funny hats, and Frank is pissed that they have the matching clothes, and Frank is pissed that I don't even know. He's just pissed.
Shut up, Frank.
But
Also,
the first,
Nancy and Emily are already bickering as they're arranging their travel.
right? But what do you
The
expect when
conservative
they?
adventurous headbutting has already started.
What did you expect? I mean,
Nothing. I mean, not at the very first opportunity for it to start. I thought it might hit at like the second opportunity, maybe.
fair, fair, fair.
But no, yeah, Frank thought they'd get there first. They got there second, which is still awesome, but he's ticked about it.
Right. But still, they get on this first flight. Five teams get on the first flight. It's Guido, it's Frank and Margarita, it's Pat and Brenda, it's Rob and Brennan, it's Lenny and Karen. The second flight, only two teams on it, Kim and Leslie, and Dave and Margareta. And then the final flight has Matt and Annie, Nancy and Emily, Paul and Amy, and Drew and Kevin. And, they fly to Johannesburg, South
Yep.
Africa, only to go to another airport.
Also, note from the airport Paul and Amy conversation. She's unhappy because five other teams got the flight before them. He's happy because those teams spent a lot more money than he did. And I wrote, she already understands the race. He doesn't understand it yet. He
To be
thinks he's
fair, this
spending
is
the
the
least
first
amount of money.
episode of the first season.
That's why I said doesn't understand it yet, but she already understood that it's better to be ahead than just spend the least amount of money. So I thought that was interesting.
Right. But the fact of the matter is that they're still in the race and they have more money left over. It's not like they lose that money at the end of this.
Yeah,
So, I mean, it could come back to help them at some
yeah.
point. Don't know that it will, but it could. Anyway, they
Well,
have to,
Paul's a
once they,
smart guy.
well, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, he's something. When we get to Johannesburg, we just go to another airport.
What was that?
Lasaria, what?
Why are we doing this?
I don't know. I was so confused. You get to the airport, get a clue that says go to this airport. Um,
You can tell they're still figuring out what the race is, and I kind of love it, and it kind of drives me nuts at the same time.
I hear you. I hear you. It's something.
It's so much
And
fun.
and we get Frank complaining about Guido again. And this really like he's talking about like how he has these high expectations for himself. You know who this really feels like?
Jonathan?
Actually, yeah. That's literally what I wrote down.
But it wasn't him even just yelling at his partner. He was actually kind of nice to her throughout the episode. It's just
Yes.
random yelling about everything.
Right. No, but Jonathan had these exponential explanation or
Yeah.
expectations of himself, and if he didn't meet those, he was just pissy. That's what Frank is here. So
Yeah.
Frank is the first Jonathan.
Frank's all pissy, but the fact that one of the things he's yelling about is a team wearing identical clothing made me chuckle because it's just such a stupid thing to be bothered by. Like,
Okay,
who
I
cares?
I don't want to look into this, and I don't want to be the guy that just. I'm not trying to be woke at any means, but is he really complaining about the identical clothes?
I'm just taking what I saw on TV. I'm not reading into it.
It feels like he's complaining about more than the identical clothes, but he can't do that on TV.
Like, for all we know, they could give us plenty to complain about them about later in the season. This episode, the Guidos were fine. They were
Yes,
kind of
yeah,
fun, even.
yes, I
They
would
may
agree.
not stay that way, but they were fun this episode.
I think that was some foreshadowing because Bruce knows what happened. Don't let that get into how you podcast about the season right
No,
now.
I no. That's all I'm gonna say, and that doesn't give away anything because I said maybe. But
Yeah,
like
but I've heard you talk about it before.
I know, but
Um,
I didn't give away anything. There's plenty of teams that are likable early, and Ron and Kelly, we loved them early on, and we hated them at the end.
Amen. Specifically her.
But I didn't
Anyway,
give anything away. I didn't spoil anything.
I know. Anyway, so they have to get on these smaller planes after they stay the night in Johannesburg. They get on these smaller planes, and the first plane only has Frank and Margarita, Guidos, and Rob and Brennan on it. Um, Phil kind of tells us that the final destination for these people is Songway Village, but we'll have to do some more things to get there.
Yeah, they told us
He
to pit stop super early.
what?
They told us to pit stop before we did anything. That was
Oh
another
yeah,
change.
it was weird. Um, anyway, they get to done with this charter flight, and they there's cars at the airport, and you get to choose. You can either drive yourself or hire a driver. But that driver can't help you with directions. Um, basically, what we find out is that there are only three teams that drive themselves: Rob and Brennan, Paul and Amy, and Pat and Brenda. Everybody else hires the driver, and the route info says they're going to the Knife's Edge.
What are we doing
Um,
there, by the way?
what?
Which choice are you and I making there?
See, it was manual. It would depend on how comfortable you'd feel driving the manual.
Oh, I forgot I'm driving. Yeah, that's gonna decide it. If it's manual, we're hiring the guy.
I
My
mean,
thought was like
you're
thinking
gonna
of
have to
modern
get
race.
comfortable enough driving a manual anyway.
That's true. My
So
thought
maybe you
was
are.
just thinking of modern race. People get directions from the drivers all the time. If the driver can't help me with directions, what's the point in hiring him? Like,
Not having to
I
drive
can
yours. I mean, like
drive,
because he still knows the area,
but he can't help me with that. He's not allowed to.
right? But like if you tell him where to go, he can go,
Oh, true. That's
and
fair.
he's more familiar with the terrain, the driving. You drive on the left side of the road in the right side of the vehicle.
Yeah, that's freaky, actually.
So I mean, there's a lot of things to think about.
Fair
I
enough.
say personally, I still would say save the money and drive yourself,
Yeah.
but
No,
um,
I didn't think of all that, honestly, of like the road and being the different sides and the car. Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare.
yeah,
Okay, I get it now.
yeah. All right, the Knives Edge is at Victoria Falls.
This place looks so cool. I love waterfalls.
It was really cool. By the way, what the hell's going on with the editing here? They edit it like everybody's there at the same time, and they're just not.
They did that with the finish too. I assumed it was to save time.
I just hated that. Not gonna lie.
They're still trying to figure out what the show is, and that's fine. It's the first ever episode. We'll see if this continues.
I know. I'm being critical,
It's
but
that's what we do the show for, is to share our thoughts though. Like, we're
yeah,
allowed to be critical.
yeah. All right, so they go on the Knife's Edge and they have to get this clue. And it says to go to Batoka Gorge.
Yes. Or as some of the teams pronounced it, Batoka George.
George.
Was that I forget his name. That was the guy that got eliminated this week, I think.
Matt.
Yeah.
Um,
Him.
also I want to say the way that they introduced the fast forward here was really weird.
How so?
Like everybody's going to Patoka George, and then all of a sudden George, Patoka George. Um, and uh and then all of a sudden after we introduce that or whatever, it's not like, oh yeah, there's a fast forward in this clue. Like 2 minutes later, they just go, oh yeah, you can also go to the bottom of this thing and get the fast forward. But they didn't like see anybody finding that out by opening the clue. They didn't show us people's decisions to do it. They were like, by the way, this is a thing, and these two teams are trying to do it.
Did they tell us right away what the fast forward does? I feel like they didn't say that part until later also.
they explained it. I guess maybe I don't know how detailed they went because I already knew, so I
I
didn't
know at
really.
some point they're like, "Hey, you can skip the tasks and go to the end," but I don't remember if that was at the same time they said, "Here's the fast forward" or
I
not.
think they might have said it both times, both when they
Okay.
introduced it and when Robin Brennan
I
completed the fast
love
forward
weird, confused 2001 editing. This is gonna give us so much content if it's like this the whole season.
for real. And it was weird. It wasn't like they had to actually do a task. They literally just had to hike to the bottom of this canyon to what's called the boiling pot and find the fast forward clue.
What's boiling in the pot? Soup?
Maybe.
Water?
And so they find out they have to go to Songway Village. Poor Dave and Margareta. They got all the way down there just to find out that Robin Brennan had already taken it.
Yeah.
And but once you get to okay, so all of that still happened back at the Knife's Edge. But once you get to Batoka George, I'm gonna call it that for the rest of the episode, by the way.
You're welcome.
Um, you have a detour choice, air or land. And this was very confusing to me, right? Because they said air was a zip line.
It's not. It's bungee jumping.
No, it's both.
Is it?
You zip line and then you get off the zip line and you do a free fall. But
Okay.
they only showed us the free fall for the first seven people that did it.
That's why
And
one of my notes was this isn't a zip line. This is bungee jumping. I
but
missed
if you
that with the
but
last few teams, I guess.
with if you wait for the last four teams, they're going to zip line. And so I'm like, why are half of these people doing this free fall and the other half are doing this zip line? And then they show us that after you get off the zip line, you go to the free fall. It was not explained well. It was so confusing. You either got to do that or you could take a long hike down to the bottom of this bottom of the Batoka George and get your clue.
Nobody did that
Um,
though.
what?
Did anybody
Nobody
do?
did that.
Yeah.
Nobody did that.
Everyone did the bungee jumping.
By the way, this version of the race, the original version of the race feels so much more physical than it is now.
Also, we don't have to look for the clue boxes near as hard because they all have like flags now. Like the spots where we're supposed to go, we're just looking for a flag waving in the air instead of just
Uh-huh.
a clue box.
Yeah,
My unobservant self would kind of appreciate that.
it's very not low key like it is now.
It'll be funny doing this rewatch and then we go back to season 39 in a few months.
I know. By the way, guys, we are getting Fall Amazing Race.
Yes! I mean,
I
we
thought we weren't finding out till May, but we found out last week that we do get Fall Amazing Race. And this is something that we were not sure about because we knew that Amazing Race 39 would happen sometime in the next TV cycle. But me and I'm going to drop something. Me and Bryce Isaiah were talking about this in Nashville a few weeks ago.
wow, nice name
Um,
drop. You want me to pick
y-
that up for you?
yeah, sure. Um, a lot of times when they do the cycle like that, they push it to the spring. And so we didn't know if we were getting a fall or like if we are going to get it in the fall. I wanted it in the fall, but it's not historically how they've done it. So this was a nice surprise.
It's gonna be freaking culture shock after watching this season if every episode is like this.
Tell me about it.
Even if
My
the
gosh.
editing's not weird every season, not having like the flags or the travel packs or Phil just sounds more calm to me for some reason and seems more subdued.
Right. I mean,
I
well,
mean,
Phil's trying to find himself in this too,
he's generally more subdued anyway because I'm used to Probst who like
Comparative to
makes
Jeff
everything
Probst, absolutely.
over dramatic, and Phil just doesn't. But
But
calm
it works.
Phil,
It works both ways.
yeah.
Like Survivor requires a little bit more of the dramatic parts.
When Survivor was interviewing for a host, the other finalist was Phil
Was
Kogan.
Phil. Yeah.
And I kind of want to see that, honestly. They absolutely made the right choice, but I want to see what he would have done with it.
Can you imagine Phil Kogan being the host of Survivor and Jeff Probst being the host of Amazing Race?
I see. I feel like Phil was Survivor. I can imagine that more.
But you
I
have
don't
to
know what it is.
imagine,
Probst with Amazing Race, I can't picture.
that when it came down to those two, they were like, "You're both getting shows. Now we have to decide which one gets what show."
Yeah, they made the right choice.
They did,
I love both of them though. They both would have been good with either show because they're both incredibly talented. But they made the right assignments.
right? But I mean, like, if you really think about it, uh, it could have worked out the other way too. Though. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
like Jeff found himself through
yeah.
Survivor. Phil would have found his way to doing.
And they both have had other shows too, because Jeff did Rock and Roll Jeopardy back in the day, and Phil had Tough as Nails a few years ago that I enjoyed, but I guess
Should
a
still
lot of
be
people
around.
didn't watch it.
I loved Tough as Nails.
But yeah, I don't. A long time ago, I think Probst did like a music Jeopardy show called Rock and Roll Jeopardy.
Wasn't the Jeff Probst show a thing at one point?
I'm gonna look that up. That sounds familiar. Yeah, he had his own talk show. What?
Yeah, I thought so.
I want to binge this now.
I don't know if you can watch it anywhere.
Oh, I'm sure I can't. And it was only on in 2012, apparently, for a couple months.
Right. All right. Anyway, back to this episode. We have Paul and Amy arguing so much.
How are these people newly engaged? They can't agree on anything, and everything's an argument.
Oh, I know. It's crazy.
And like people who don't argue this much argue a lot when they're newly married, I hear. So like when these people get married, it's going to be a war zone
For real.
if they make it there.
I also want to say Frank was super encouraging to Margarita after she did the free
Right,
fall.
she was so scared to do the bungee jumping, and he was so likable there.
That made me really
It's
happy.
the one time this episode he was likable, but
And so once you do the free fall, you find out that you need to go to the pit stop at Songway Village. Then we get to see Robin Brennan get to the pit stop because of their fast forward in first place. You don't get an award at this point.
the fast forward also isn't as big of an advantage when there's only one challenge. Like they don't leave with as big of a gap as they would leave with now.
Correct.
Because there's normally two challenges and they only had to skip one.
The pit stop mat looked very much smaller, by the way.
Also, only the last place team gets to meet Mr. Phil.
I know, I thought that was really weird. Phil wasn't even there.
You're good at talking.
Um,
You talk like I type.
Amen. We talked about this. Paul is afraid of heights, by the way.
Oh, I'd hate doing that.
And do you have any other notes before the other teams come into the pit stop? Because that was the
Um,
last non-quote that I had before the
I
pit stop.
touched on this already, but Kevin and Joe's just bickering in the car.
Kevin and Drew.
Yeah, Kevin and Drew. Sorry, I must have had Jonas Brothers on the mind or something when I wrote that. I don't know
Well,
why. Oh,
Joe
Bill
is
and Joe. That's what it was.
one of the Guidos. Yes.
But oh, that'd be a great pair. But
Kevin and Joe.
yes,
Imagine Frank and Joe.
no. But like, cause you and I hassle each other and we bicker out of love. These guys are doing. They take the bickering up a notch, but they're like yelling it at each other too. It's
Yeah.
so funny because I know it's not, but it sounds like they want to kill each other.
Mhm.
And they're just hilarious. I
It
love
is.
them.
All right. So we have Team Guido came in second. Frank and Margarita came in third. Lenny and Karen in fourth. By the way, Super Purple. We never got a single thing from Lenny and Karen the whole episode.
Well, our preview for next week says that's going to change.
I know. Pat and Brenda fifth. Lisa and Kim or Leslie and Kim sixth. Dave and Margareta seventh. Paul and Amy eighth. Kevin and Drew ninth. Nancy and Emily 10th. Matt and Annie 11th place. Eliminated. They get to see Phil. They're the only ones. Next time on, we have alliances form, we have rivals form, and we have Lenny and Karen hit a rough patch.
Yeah. It's a lot.
That being said, this was a fun episode.
Yeah,
And
there's a
what?
lot of teams we didn't get much content of, but
Oh, absolutely. Um, so we have some things that we like to do at the start of a rewatch that we need to do. Did you come prepared, Bruce?
Yes.
Okay, good. So what do you want to start with?
I'll
We
do
have
the.
three things to do.
Let's do the likables.
Yeah, I think that we should do draft last, by the way.
See, yeah, but then you
Wait, no, I
know.
think we should do draft first. I think
Yeah,
we should
because
do
then you
draft
don't know the
first.
people I want.
Yeah, I think we should do draft first, actually.
Okay.
You get the first pick because I got the first pick the last time with Jet and Cord.
Hmm. I'm gonna go with Robin Brennan.
Robin Brennan.
You and our audience can tell who my favorite team is, but I also want to win, and they won this leg. So,
Correct. I'm gonna take Guido.
I actually did kind of want them. They have a great chemistry. They work together really well. That's a good pick.
Hmm. Who do you want?
I'm gonna take my guys. I'm gonna take Kevin and Drew here.
This is where our draft strategies differ.
That might be a terrible pick later, but I love
I'm
it.
taking Frank and Margarita.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Hmm. Another team that didn't like we didn't see a ton from them this episode, but I enjoyed them. I'm gonna go Nancy and Emily here. I just have a feeling
I like them.
they approach everything completely differently, but you know
I'm
they
taking Pat
balance
and
each other
Brenda.
out.
I'm taking Pat and Brenda. I really like them.
Nice. Hmm. I kind of want to take Lenny and Karen, but the preview for next week scares me.
Okay.
So I will say I'm gonna go with our newly engaged couple that can't agree on anything and fights about everything. And I'm gonna go Paul and Amy. They got a lot of screen time this week.
They did.
And I normally really like don't read into the edit the way you do, but they got a lot of screen time this week.
Which this early can be good or bad.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with another team that we didn't see a lot from, but I'm hopeful that'll change. Leslie and Kim.
interesting. Are
All
you
right,
writing my selections down too, or just yours?
I got it all.
Okay, good, because I wasn't. Hmm.
All right, so you get to choose between Lenny and Karen and Dave and Margareta.
I'm gonna go with Lenny and Karen, and the reason is I think it'd be funny if you had both of the Margarita slash Redas on your team.
So I had Lenny and Karen ranked higher, but I'm plenty happy to have Dave and Margareta with my last pick.
That's
All
also
right,
a cool name. You don't hear Margareta as a name very often.
yeah, it's just Margaret with an A, but yeah.
It's Margaret, but it's a little bit extra.
Um, all right, so Bruce, your team is Robin, Brennan, Kevin and Drew, Nancy and Emily, Paul and Amy, and Lenny and Karen. My team is Guido, Frank and Margarita, Pat and Brenda, Leslie and Kim, and Dave and Margareta. Do you want to do likability or power?
Sure, let's do the likables.
Okay. Who do you have at your least likable spot?
Frank.
Interesting.
Not Frank and Margarita, just Frank.
Well, Margarita's got to be there. They come as a team.
Okay, well, yes, but they're there because of him. I'm just gonna make that clear. She didn't
That's
do
fair.
anything I didn't like. He was just bothersome the whole episode, except for the bungee jumping.
My number 10 is Paul and Amy.
Yeah, that's fair.
They annoyed me.
They're my 9. They won't stop arguing.
Yeah.
Ron and Kelly ended that way. This couple is starting that way. What's gonna happen by the end?
Maybe they'll be the opposite.
True, maybe they will. Hopefully, I don't want to be
My
about it.
nine is Lenny and Karen just because we got nothing.
Yeah, I was mean to Frank.
Who do you have eight?
Frank, this starts to be the teams that I don't remember anything of, or we barely got anything of. And
Okay.
so, yeah, Lenny and Karen.
My 8 is actually Robin Brennan.
Interesting. We didn't get
It's
a ton there.
no, they didn't, and it's not even that I dislike them, but I I have a tendency to like some of these other teams better.
Yeah. Frank and Margarita are gonna go up quickly for me, I can tell. But man, he was just irksome this week.
Yeah, who do you got at 7?
7, Kim and Leslie. Again, we just barely got anything.
Yeah,
I have a few of those.
my 7 is Team Guido,
There you
and,
go.
and it's also because there's just other teams I like better.
Yeah. So I'm at 6.
Hmm.
I feel like I have the same analysis for like half the cast. Pat and
That's
Brenda are
fine.
here because we barely got anything.
Who?
Pat and Brenda,
Pat and Brenda.
they finished 5th, but like I feel like there's only like 3 teams we got memorable content out of that wasn't just like their introductory scene.
I agree. My number 6 is Dave and Margareta.
I have them high up on this group of I don't remember you because of the name thing and because there's 2 names that are so similar.
Hmm. Is that your 5?
Yes.
My 5 is Leslie and Kim.
There you
I
go.
just get a good vibe. That's really it. I just get a good vibe. Who's your 4?
Number 4, they're this high partly because I kind of forgot them when I was making this list last night, and partly because he was just funny and he pronounced Gorge as George. I have Matt and Anna here. I don't know why. He just kind of made me smile for some reason.
Who?
Matt and Anna.
Oh shoot, I didn't even put them in this for me.
Hey, I'm not the only one that forgot about them. I got to number 4 making my list. I'm like, wait, Matt and Anna, I forgot them. So,
Well, why didn't you stop me and tell me that we started at 10, not 11 then?
well, I started at 11.
Well, I said, who do you have at 10?
Oh, I didn't hear that. My list goes to 11, and I was reading up from the bottom.
So that means Matt and Amy would be number 5 for you, not 4.
Is it Amy? Did I write the wrong name down?
Or Annie, not Amy.
Annie. Well, I still wrote it down. I had Anna, but close enough.
It would be 5, not 4.
Oh, whatever. That's where they are. Okay, I'm
All
caught up
right.
now. It is Anna. Ana. I had it right.
Oh, I really wrote down Matt and Annie from the get-go.
Oh, interesting.
Huh. I guess that's where I'll put them too because I didn't even remember them.
I just remember him like going back and forth between Gorge and George. He made me laugh for some reason.
Yeah. So who do
Here's
you
a
have at
man bun,
actual?
which in 2001 couldn't have been common.
So who do you have at the actual 4 spot?
The actual 4 spot is Bill and Joe.
Guido.
They were fun this episode. I love dogs. They clearly love their dog. And
Hmm.
I like the matching clothes. I think
Yeah.
it's fun. Frank just
My
kind of hates
4,
fun sometimes, I think.
yeah, fair enough. My 4 is, ironically, my 4 is Frank and Margarita.
There you go.
He won me back with the free fall scene.
I loved that, and that's why they're gonna climb my list. But there was like 3 other scenes where I didn't like him compared to one, so they went lower because the bad outnumbered the good here. But they're gonna climb quickly for me.
I think it was the quality of the good
Yeah.
for me. Who do you have at 3?
Number 3, I have Nancy and Emily. They're really fun.
Yeah, I
They're
like
gonna
them a
butt
lot.
heads every week and never agree about how to do something, but I like the mother daughter dynamic. They're both likable people. They're fun.
Yeah, I agree. Mine's Pat and Brenda.
There you
Once
go.
again, we didn't get a lot from them, but I got a good vibe.
Yeah.
Who's your two?
I have the same analysis. We didn't get a ton of content from these people, but I like the vibe. I'm going Robin Brennan here.
Okay.
Do we have the same number one? That's awesome.
Yeah, we do.
So it has to be.
Um, my number two is Nancy and Emily.
There you go. Yes, we agree on the top of the list. I love
Love
that.
them. And then we both have Kevin and Drew at number one.
I I don't. They're fantastic. They're one of. I remembered watching this last night. Like, oh, this is one of my favorite teams I've seen. Like,
Hmm.
I'm gonna love watching them again. I
All
also,
right.
for some reason, want to watch them with the Beards from a couple seasons ago that made the finale on the season Greg and John won.
Yeah.
I don't know
Joel and
why.
Garrett.
That's just a pair of two teams I want to see run on my screen
Right.
at the same time.
All right. For power rankings, who you got at 10?
10. This is hard. I'm gonna go Paul and Amy here, and they finished at 8, but they got to figure out how to get along and work together.
I ironically, they're my first in likability. They're my last in power rankings. I have Kevin and Drew here.
Yeah, I have them
They
second to last.
they don't give me a lot of hope.
No, and I need them to stick around. But
Yeah.
yeah,
So you said they're your number nine.
yeah, they finished ninth out of 11 this week. So
Yeah. My number nine's Nancy and Emily. I also love them. My bottom two are my two favorite teams.
yeah, they're my
It's
8.
very unfortunate. Um, my
We
number eight
we have
is
one
Dave.
leg to go off of here, so it's gonna be similar to finishing order, just with a couple names mixed up here and there.
Right. My eight is Dave and Margareta.
Okay.
I don't know how long they can keep going.
Yeah, it's our first ever rewatch. We had the Kevin hates old people gag, but
Mhm.
your original comment that I took out of context wasn't wrong. Just especially with how much more physical this season seems, the age is
Yeah.
going to catch up to them.
Right. Seven. Who you got?
7, I've got Kim and Leslie. They seem like they could be good or they could be bad. We got like 2 seconds of them this week.
Hmm. I
So,
have Paul. I have Paul and Amy here.
okay. You have more confidence in them than me.
Yeah. I mean, I think that they are physically better than the three teams that I have below them. So
Oh, that's fair.
I'm giving them that. Who you have at six?
6, I'll go with Pat and Brenda.
Okay.
Kind of
Not
the
much to
same
go on.
analysis. Maybe they're good, maybe they're terrible. If we get more than 3 seconds of them next week, I'll have more analysis.
Right. And that's where I am with Leslie and Kim, who is my six.
Yeah,
Who's your five?
them.
You already had them.
Oh, did I? I messed the list up then. Okay, we are freeballing now. Pat and Brenda. No, I just said
You
that.
already had them.
Who did I not put from the bottom of the finishing order?
Dave and Margareta.
Oh, them. I thought I said them already.
You did not.
I messed my list up and I wrote one team down twice and put David and Margareta down not at all.
My five was Lenny and Karen.
Yeah, that's
I
smart.
don't really have anything to say.
They're my 4, and they finished
Okay.
4.
My four is Pat and Brenda. I think that they could be better. Who's your three?
Bill and Joe.
Okay. My three was this leg's winner, Robin Brennan, because I don't think they would have been this leg's winner if they didn't get the fast forward.
Fair.
Okay, you got it too.
Frank and Margarita.
I do as well.
My top 4 is just finishing order, if I'm being honest. I
Do you
only
have a
have one
reason?
leg to go off of, so
I actually have Team Guido as my number one. I think they ran the best leg, even if they didn't finish him first.
yeah, their chemistry is off the charts. That's gonna help them a lot.
And I think they would have won the leg had there been no fast forward in play.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, this
Frank and
was
Margarita still finished ahead of them, but
no, they didn't. Did they? I thought Team Guido finished second, but maybe I'm
I
wrong.
have Frank and Margarita second. Let me look it up. No, I had that backwards. Sorry. Joe and Bill were second. Frank and Margarita were third. I wrote that down backwards for
I
some.
was gonna say, it's not what I had.
You also got Anna's name wrong though, so I thought maybe I was right again. I'm only allowed to be right once an episode.
I guess so. All right, guys. So I this was a fun episode. I hope you check out all of our socials, check out all of our other reality realm shows, and well, stick along with us for Amazing Race Season 1 rewatch. All
Go.
that to be said, the world's waiting for you. Good luck.
Travel safe.
Go.
Go. Go. Go.